Greetings, ladies and gentlefish, and welcome to another subscriber replay. This one courtesy of Razor 10. He is driving for us today the FV304, the Mighty Burt Tier 6 British artillery piece. This is a little bit of an unusual matchmaker. Firstly, it's a Tier 8 game. That in and of itself is not unusual. What's unusual is that there are 5 FV201s in the game. 3 of them on Razor's team, 2 on the enemy team, and they're not platooned up or anything. There are just 5 of them. Yeah, I'm wondering, I don't know what server Razor plays on. So, but whichever server, I'm wondering if this was around about the time of whenever the FV became available on that server. Now you can see here that Razor is using the Battle Assistant mod, so that gives you this different, I think it's called Battle Assistant, a different perspective on artillery, and he's just trying to pick out a shot. He's trying to nail that AMX 1375, but it's a fast moving target, so it's a little bit awkward. Instead, plumping for the Tiger II. 157 onto him. You know, the FV304 gets this small caliber howitzer, so it's not going to do a vast amount of damage to a Tier 8 heavy tank. But it chips away, it's consistent, persistent, and I don't think he's going to be able to hit that Tiger, because I think the Tiger's going to get out of range too quickly. However, if the Tiger turns around... Oh, close. Not quite, though. Heavy tank number 6. I mean, there's a whole bunch of targets over here, and the FV304 has a very, very good gun arc. Slow shell travel time, but a damn good gun arc. So, you can hit people from... Let's say you can hit people in interesting positions. Let's go with that. Heavy tank number 6 is coming around to do a bit of flanking and manages to put some damage on the FV, or actually kill one of the friendly FV201s, but gets taken out for his trouble just before Razor's shell lands. Now, you might currently be thinking, alright, this has been okay, but nothing particularly special. There is a reason that Razor sent this game in, and there is a reason that I'm I'm showing this. So, Tiger 88 puts one shot into Razor. Thankfully, it only blows off his tracks, and it looks like the second shot misses, because an 88mm shell could shave off most of Razor's health. In fact, it could just kill him outright if he got a little bit unlucky. And of course the Tiger got into that position because pretty much none of the friendly team went to the, well, what would be the right flank from this spawn. Now, however, Razor is able to enact a little bit of revenge, putting one shot into the Tiger 88 and then lining up a shot on the IS. Come on, nail this sucker. Whoa, that was a bit funky. I assume he came out of the Battle Assistant mod and it was zoomed in or something and it all got a little bit weird. Tiger 88 here. Come on, suck him, get him. You can do it. There we go. You can see it was a hit because there was no explosion associated with the shell. And the game does not render, if the game doesn't render the enemy tank, the game also doesn't render any effect when your shell hits the enemy tank, so you can see that that shell was actually a hit, and you can see that that one was a miss because there was an explosion. Now, Razor is lining up a shot on this Fury. The game is not looking particularly good if you actually pay attention, however. I mean, the scoreline is, what, 4-6 or something? On the Fury, Fury backs off, but not quite quick enough and takes almost 200 damage to the face, and then someone nails him. 110, sitting still for way too long. Come on, there's artillery in this game, why haven't you moved yet? What are you going to do with some people? And again, you can see that shot actually hit. He did eventually pull back, but way too late. And interestingly, actually, I'm just going to mention it because this is the first replay I've ever shown with this mod. The Battle Assistant mod that you get, it's very, very similar to the the default view that you get in Armored Warfare. So yeah, there's that. I just found that kind of interesting. Anyway, T-71 behind a rock. Now, the one thing with this Battle Assistant mod is it won't show the lineup as red by the look of it. if you don't have a shot. So you do have to be a little bit careful. So it looks like Razor has a shot there, but oh wow, maybe he did have a shot. Clearly I am underestimating the arcing capabilities of the mighty Bert, something that you do at your peril. FV201 is tracked and just take a... oh, and he has just been annihilated. I was going to say he just took a lot of damage, but nah, he just got blitzed. And now we have a KV2. I was going to have a go at that heavy tank, but to be fair to him, he's only a KV2 in a tier 8 game. So he's not exactly going to be tanking many shots. And a stiff breeze at the moment would kill him, so I can't be too harsh and critical on that fellow for not wanting to receive the aforementioned stiff breeze. T-71, ooh, in a slightly awkward position. Even the FV304's gun arc can't just loop a shot over that. See, there you go. The line is red if you're in the regular view. I'm not actually sure how much good the Battle Assistant mod does, if I'm honest. I mean, if it's like the viewpoint in Armoured Warfare, I don't personally like that view, because I'm used to the World of Tanks view, I guess. But, you know, there we go. That is as it is. Jagdtiger just took out the friendly Sorry, he didn't just take out the friendly KV2, that was the Jagdpanther. Razor has a shot at the Jagdtiger, unfortunately he misses. C'est la vie. And now we're getting down to the crunch of this match. 11 plays. That's 11 plays 12? What am I talking about? 3 plays 4. 11, 12, that's the kill count. Razor takes that shot, manages to nail the Jagdtiger 88 and levels the score up. And of course, bear in mind, all of this or a lot of the damage that Razor's doing here is to higher tier machines. So yeah, it means that, you know, that damage will get a higher XP, or will get an XP multiplier, so will grant more XP than the same amount of damage to an equal or to a lower tiered opponent. So there's that. Now this is a kind of awkward situation. Razor's got the Jagdpanther coming up behind him, he's got the IS-6, what was in front of him, so he does now need to be very, very careful. And the FV304, it doesn't have the alpha damage to just blat one of these guys in the face and wipe them off of the map. So this is a kind of awkward situation. Having said that, the Jagdpanther here doesn't really want to come around the corner because he'll get T28'd, and is this going to be a side or rear shot? Oh, come to daddy. Oh, yes. Oh, I always love it when artillery goes shotgun mode. And Razor thanks the AMX-12T there, who managed to do that whilst taking minimal damage himself. That was quite a nice manoeuvre from the AMX. And you can see here there's a nice little bit of teamwork going on. The T-28 is saying, AMX, get behind him, I'll take the shot. I've got the health, I've got the armour, you know. He takes a shot, and hopefully the AMX-12T and Razor, and possibly the T-28, are going to be able to put shots on this IS-6. Alas, he takes out the T-28, but the AMX puts a shot in. Razor leaves the guy on 11 health, but it looks like the AMX might now be reloading or not have a penetrating shot. The AMX takes another hit from that 122mm gun, and now I'm an arty with a shotgun. Manages to shotgun the Hummel, not the Hummel, the IS-6, and that just leaves the Hummel on the enemy team versus versus Razor's Bert here and the AMX-12T. That could have been nasty if it had landed somewhere else. It could have killed the AMX-12T. If it landed somewhere else, hell, it could have killed Razor's Bert. And now we find out that actually the AMX-12T says he's out of ammunition, and that is a very real risk when you play these French light tanks. They have terrible ammunition counts. It really is very poor. So now they're going to... but it doesn't mean that the AMX-12T is now completely useless. If, let's imagine, and I don't know where the Hummel is, but let's imagine that the Hummel is in the standard artillery spot. Oh no, there he is. But wherever the Hummel is, if the AMX goes up there and the Hummel blats him in the face, the AMX doesn't have the ammunition to get the kill, but Razor can then nail this fellow, and the AMX is actually doing a really good job of not dying to this Hummel, and Razor is able to shotgun the guy in the side, finish him off, and that is the game. Let's go and have a look at the results. So here we go. That was actually an ace tanker for Razor. Remember that XP multiplier for shooting higher tier tanks I mentioned. Fighter, duelist, and bruiser ribbons. It wasn't actually that much base experience for an ace tanker, but you tend to find that on artillery pieces. The experience required to ace the machine is not that high. In the end, if you have a look at the team lists, commiserations to the enemy IS-6 in particular. There are a few guys on the enemy team who put in good performances. The 110, the IS, the other IS, and the IS-6 all did a good job. So basically the enemy heavy tanks generally had quite a good showing. Commiserations in particular to that IS-6 though, with over 3,000 damage. On the friendly team, well, there are a few guys who had pretty good games. T-28 racked up a good amount of damage. The KV2, good amount of damage considering he's a bottom tier tank, and really, right at the end, I did want to make a note of the Blimpity in the T28, Razor of course in the FV, and MSV QAZ, I don't know how you pronounce that, in the AMX 12 tier. It was a nice bit of teamwork between those guys at the end. Anyway, 1400 damage from Razor, 4 kills, 907 base experience. And only 556 of that damage was from a distance of more than 300 meters. The rest of it was shotgunning people, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to show that replay. Got some amusing shotgun moments in, which is always nice to see from an artillery piece, and also first time, also the teamwork at the end. But finally, it was also the first time I've ever shown a replay with the artillery battle assistant mod. So I'm not sure what my opinion on it is. Well, I know I have some opinion on it, but it was interesting to see, and interesting to see the similarities with the armoured warfare artillery viewpoint. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of Berting. If you did, by all means, please feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel, and I wish you very happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao, ciao.